Hey, boss, he ain't working.
Big here, people steal cars all the time, so I never thought it was someone from Mercedes.
No one ever wants to be a victim of a car theft, but it's a sad reality for many in our community. But what about when your vehicle is taken by someone who claims they have a right to be in your ride?
Chief Consumer Investigators Annetta Lowe has details about a bizarre case that ended in criminal charges and raises questions about repairs for all of us.
Her nickname is Onyx.
I love cars.
Kimberly Porter is one of those people who doesn't play about her ride. She keeps it clean, takes care of it. But back in December, she ran into some trouble with her C300 AMG.
I got bad gas. I got gas and my car started idling on the interstate.
That was the second week of December. Porter's car was towed to Collierville Mercedes and was still in for repair more than a month later on January 16th when she noticed something strange.
I was at home in the bed and got a notification from my GPS that my car was moving.
Porter said she didn't think much of it. Maybe something was wrong with the app. That's until she received another notification.
But it started moving at 7:00 p.m. on a Friday night.
Her tracker's position history showed her car on the street by Collierville Mercedes until 5:59 p.m., then Cordova some 2 hours later. Just before 8:30, the location shows 2670 North Germantown Parkway. That's the address for J. Alexander's.
So then it pinged again at 12:14.
Oh my gosh! So they flexing, they flexing. Are you serious? Yeah, this mine. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let me take you to J. Alexander's. Come on, what are we doing? What are we doing out here? It's bad enough theft is on an all-time high across this nation. And you come on, you gonna joyride this woman's vehicle? Come on, dog. Y'all can't be serious. You gonna lose your job, lose your place of employment, risking. Come on. Cause you can't say you was test driving to make sure it worked. You went on a date. That's crazy.
TJ Mulligan's. And that's when I got up out of the bed and drove to TJ Mulligan's in my loaner vehicle. And my car was sitting there.
You got up out of your bed?
Yes.
After midnight?
Yes.
What were you thinking as it's pinging?
I'm thinking somebody stole my car from Mercedes.
In the parking lot of TJ Mulligan's on Houston Levee, roughly 14 miles away from Mercedes-Benz of Collierville, Porter sees her car. She used the spare key to unlock it.
All right, they went to some place called TJ Mulligan's, but still the fact of the matter is, what are you doing? This is crazy. This is insane. Why y'all be risking y'all employment for dumb stuff? This don't even make no sense. Like sippers, what would y'all do in this situation? What's going through y'all mind? Y'all say for instance you out and you just in your loaner car, but somebody roll up. They're supposed to be fixing your car, roll up in your car on a date. Like, what y'all doing in that situation? Like, I want to know. So leave a comment below, but let's keep it going.
And then call police.
They unlocked it, asked me if a coat that was inside was mine. I said no, so they took it out. And the gentleman's ID was inside of the coat pocket, his passport.
That's when Porter said she got her first clue about who was driving her car.
One of the police officers was like, I know this guy. He works at Mercedes. And I instantly got pissed.
Because that's when reality set in. It wasn't a thief who'd stolen her car from the dealership after all, but rather someone at the dealership who'd taken her car.
So you're telling me that there's a worker at Mercedes driving my car? So they forced me to get back in my loaner vehicle. I had to sit there until they went inside to bring him out, and they brought him out in handcuffs.
Porter said the technician told police he had permission to drive her car, but she says when MPD called the service manager, he said that wasn't true.
He said, no, he's not supposed to be in your car. And so I said, yes, I would like to press charges. And that's when they arrested him.
Derek Wynn was detained by Memphis police until Collierville police arrived to take him to jail, where he was booked and charged with theft of property.
I take my car to the dealership because I trust the dealership, but this is where I'm at. At 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm sitting outside TJ Mulligan's because he's outside joyriding on a date with somebody else in my car.
And drinking, according to court records obtained by WREG. The CPD officer wrote Derek Wynn was intoxicated when he was taken into custody as he had the odor of intoxicating beverages emanating from him.
God forbid he had a wreck or kill someone. He was drinking.
Then Porter says things went from bad to worse when a representative from the dealership called her the following day and said her car was ready and she needed to pick it up immediately.
They literally told me, if you don't have our loaner vehicle back here by 6 o'clock, we'll report it stolen.
And Porter says that was after they asked her to drop the charges against Wynn.
He said that we really need you to drop these charges against our employee. He's a really good kid. I said, excuse me?
Porter says she pressed to find out why Wynn was in her car after hours. She said the general sales manager told her repair orders signed by customers authorize technicians to drive the vehicles to diagnose the problem, and it's something they do all the time.
You do what all the time? You drive people's cars all the time? You bar hop all the time? Like, that, it's not okay. He wasn't just test driving it to see if it was working. He was out over 5 hours.
In addition,
Right. Like I don't understand that part of it all. Like, cause granted, they do test drive your vehicle, but the proximity in which he went, as well as it's midnight and you're out and about, intoxicated, and like she said, he could have hurt somebody else in that vehicle if he would have got back in that vehicle. So no, they playing a slippery slope, but they playing a game right here. Cause no, this is a lawsuit. If I'm her, I'm getting a lawyer right up on this, cause that's unacceptable behavior. This shouldn't even be occurring.
to the theft charge, Wynn is also facing a civil case filed by Porter against him and the dealership. Kevin Snyder is her attorney.
Do you have concerns that Kim isn't the only person this possibly could have happened to?
Oh, absolutely. When you have a dealership stand behind what, in my opinion, is criminal behavior of an employee, there's no question in my mind that this has occurred before.
Snyder also has some advice for all consumers taking their car in for repairs.
I would caution anybody that puts their car in any facility, find out what the details are. Make a specific instruction when you get there. Say, hey, I don't want you driving my car unless you call me first.
I just feel like if I didn't have my...
I go a step further because, I look at the mileage. And I feel like most men or most people that's off into cars or that actually pays attention, if you don't have like what she had, the GPS on it, most likely I'm checking the gas, I'm checking the mileage on it on my vehicle. I'm not even letting it ride. Like, hold up. Why is 20 miles on here? You drove it 20 miles just to test drive it? You drove it 30, 40 miles just to test, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, you gotta pay attention, but thank God that she paid attention. She had the GPS. So if you don't have the GPS, one way you can do it is looking at the mileage, seeing what exactly is going on. But let's keep it going.
My third-party GPS, I would have never known.
Now, Porter told us she actually never signed a repair order because her car was towed to the dealership. We reached out to Collierville Mercedes to ask about their policy, if Wynn was still employed, and get some other answers. The general sales manager, Harold Williams, said they're unable to respond because it's an active case, but, quote, once the case is settled and we have more details, we will be more than happy to address your concerns. Investigating for your news leader, Zanetta Lowe, WREG News Channel 3.
Meanwhile,
Yeah, I just think that is crazy. And for the dealership to, retract what they stated and then try to say, oh boy, like, and I'm not saying that he may not be a good person, but man, hey, wrong is wrong, right is right. You got to go ahead and take this L, big dog. You are not Michael Ealy trying to go out with Taraji P. Henson. You're not Michael Ealy. This is not Think Like a Man. This is not a movie where you woo a woman flexing in somebody else's vehicle. This ain't that, my guy. So, sippers, y'all tell me how y'all feel in the comments. Y'all think that she has a bigger lawsuit on her hand? What would y'all do in this situation? Leave a comment below. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. It's your boy Mercy. I'm out.